The late afternoon sun burned down on a quiet, small-town gas station. At first it looked like any normal day, but what was about to happen here would be remembered for a very long time. A single mother, trapped and surrounded by thugs, was only seconds away from losing all hope until the ground suddenly began to shake. What came next proved that even in the darkest moments, courage and kindness can still rise. Before we go any further, if you believe in standing up for the vulnerable and in the power of kindness, make sure to subscribe right now. You won't want to miss stories like this. Marissa Cole was completely worn out. A single mother barely keeping her life together. She had just finished another long, exhausting shift at a small diner. Once again, her paycheck was short, and the list of school supplies her young son needed felt impossible to afford. Her old minivan sputtered and shook as she pulled up to pump number 4, running on almost nothing but fumes and hope. As Marissa dug through her worn-out wallet, counting a few crumpled bills, 3 men stepped out of the gas station store. They were loud, covered in tattoos, and wearing cruel smiles. The moment they saw Marissa, they knew she was an easy target, and their cruelty turned into a game. They slowly circled her like vultures, mocking her beat-up van, mocking her clothes, and mocking the fact that she was alone. One of them reached toward her purse, laughing, while another leaned in, far too close, throwing sharp insults that cut deeper than a knife. Marissa felt her chest tighten with fear, but she gripped the gas nozzle tightly, forcing herself not to fall apart. She thought about her son waiting at home. She had to stay strong for him. But inside she was breaking. Then it happened. At first, it was just a faint sound, like thunder far away. The ground began to rumble. The laughter stopped. The insults died mid-sentence. Heads slowly turned toward the road. From the distance, nearly a dozen motorcycles came rolling in, chrome shining under the blazing sun. Their engines roared like a powerful storm. These weren't just bikers. They were legends. The thugs froze in place. Their smiles vanished instantly, replaced by fear. As the motorcycles grew louder, the leader stepped off his bike first. A tall man stepped forward. His eyes were hard like steel and silver ran through his thick beard. He didn't need to say a single word. His presence alone was enough to quiet everything around him. With one simple hand motion, his brothers moved into place, forming a half circle around Marissa, creating a solid wall of protection she could feel. The thugs began to stammer, throwing out weak excuses. One of them forced a nervous laugh, his voice shaking under the heavy silence. But the bikers didn't move. They didn't blink. The leader locked his eyes on them, sending a warning stronger than any shout. "Leave now." And they did. The men tripped over each other as they ran, scrambling into their car. Tires screeched as they sped away, desperate to escape. Marissa's legs almost gave out beneath her. As the rush of fear faded, her body began to tremble, and tears burned in her eyes. Still, the bikers didn't laugh at her. They didn't judge her. One of them quietly placed a few folded bills into her hand. Another walked over to her van, fixing a loose wire and checking the engine, topping off the oil. They didn't talk much, but what they did said everything. When the leader finally looked into Marissa's eyes, she braced herself for pity. Instead, she saw respect. He gave her a simple nod, a silent promise that said, "You are not alone." Her tears fell freely now, not from fear, but from deep gratitude. For the first time in years, someone had stood beside her. Soon, the engines roared back to life as the bikers climbed onto their motorcycles. Before riding away, the leader spoke just 4 words, calm and powerful. "Keep going. You're stronger than you know." Then they rode off, thunder rolling behind them as they disappeared into the horizon. Marissa stood there in silence, clutching the folded bills tightly. The fear she had felt moments earlier was now replaced with warmth. Life would still be difficult. The bills, the long nights, the struggles wouldn't vanish. But something inside her had changed. She was no longer invisible. She wasn't alone. If this story touched your heart, please like this video, share it with someone who needs hope, and don't forget to subscribe. And tell me in the comments, do you believe moments like this, where strangers stand up for the vulnerable, still exist today? Your voice matters, and your story might inspire someone else to believe in kindness.